Hi, it's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And I'm here in Crystal Bay in La Jolla, California, checking out an installation that hasn't seen me in a number of months. And I identified some things that need some work, and I thought I'd share with you my process. Here's that Kalanchoe luciae, or paddle plant again. This is a huge bloom stalk, and this arrangement, it looks a little off balance, doesn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and remove this mother. There's a nice puff in here that we can utilize. All right. See these babies? And this white chalky stuff that you see on a lot of succulents, this is not a disease or a pest. This is actually kind of like plant sunscreen. This is something that the plant produces to protect it from extreme temperatures. You see it a lot on Dudleyias too. Okay. Now already, this area looks a lot better, but we don't want to see this great big wound here, do we? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little tiny pups, and then this rather large one right here. So I'm going to take this bigger pup and tuck it right in front of this wound to hide it from view. So now we have a nice, clean, tight presentation. We can discard our finished mom and get on with it. All right, you can see that this Kalanchoe orgialis it just looks really rangy. And the way to handle this is to simply trim it back. I'm just going to relieve some of this bloom. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Just keep clipping until it looks good to you. See how much better this looks with the blooms gone. Nice, tight, and compact, just the way I like it. Which brings me over to this aloe arborescens. Commonly known as bush aloe, this is a great one to plant if you have a slope and you want to use it as a fire protective barrier, or you just want to grow a great big stand of beautiful aloes. Another way to use this plant is as a specimen. And in a small garden like this one in La Jolla, that's what I want. I don't want to see pups. I just want to see one big, beautiful aloe. So what I'm going to do is relieve this mom of all of her pups and show you how amazing it looks as a specimen. So here we have our aloe arborescens specimen getting ready to bloom. She is magnificent. Now, this Portulacaria afra variegata is running a bit amok too. It's in a designer tapestry garden. It's about scale and balance. And when a plant is overrun its potential, when it starts to look too big, when it's taking over, it's time to make some judicious cuts. So I'm not going to pull the Portulacaria out of the ground. I'm just going to lace it out a little bit so it's not quite so dense. When lacing, it's a good idea to cut from the bottom. Then you can lay the top down over top and it doesn't look hacked up. See that? Looks very natural. Can't see where I cut. So lift up the top pieces and expose the bottom and cut from there. Okay, let's see how much you've all been paying attention. You might notice, if you've been paying very close attention, that something is different all up in here. Can you identify what's changed? All right, you smarties. Yes, the Euphorbia tiracali, or sticks on fire, is gone. It's not that I didn't like it here. I just needed a pop of color in the back. So I moved it all the way to the backyard. This sunburst aeonium was up here. And when I took out the tiracali, it didn't look good there anymore. So I moved it down in its place. The only concern that I have about this plant right here is from this perspective, I can see stem. And you know I don't like that. I don't like seeing stems. So my solution is to take a piece of this Crassula ovata from the back of the plant, scratch up the soil, and tuck it right here in front, thus kind of camouflaging the stem. And what does Laura say? If your succulent stands up, that's right, you've done your job. Oh, one more thing before I close. Look at the Petalanthus bracteus. You know, you've all seen me install Petalanthus bracteus, but you never really have got to see it nice and filled in. Look at how great this looks against the wall. This Petalanthus has been here now for a few years. So 2-3 years, something like that. It looks incredible. Love it. Love how this looks against a wall. Hannah's pointing at something down here. I don't know. What? The kalanchoe? We already talked about that, right? Oh, right. The little kalanchoe. There was a little kalanchoe pup here, and I took it out and I moved it to another place in the garden because once I got to looking at it, I didn't like it. So we don't need it. We're just gonna pump up the lava here a little bit, and we are good to go because sometimes less is more, right? Let me trim up some of these air roots off of this Orgealis. I could probably work in this little spot for 2 hours, but I'm not going to. Okay, maybe for like 2 more seconds, right? Okay, I'm stopping. Okay, all right. Oh, we have a little bit of pebbles in disarray. Duh. Okay, it is time to step away from the arrangement. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting in La Jolla with your succulent tip of the day.